Yeah, anyways, for this bab 3, yeah, we are actually doing only the 3.1. Okay, we are only doing the 3.1. So there is also a 3.2, but 3.2 is an easier topic, which is called belanjawan tunai. So for that part, if I want to explain it alongside 3.1, we actually don't have enough time one. So for this 3.1, we will be using fully 2 hours on it, and it's actually called Penyata Penyesuaian Bank. So I will call it in short, actually. This chapter 3.1 is known as Penyata Penyesuaian Bank. In short, is PPB. So later on, we will also try to use some short forms so it's easier for you to apply while you are solving the question, so you don't waste too much time. Okay, but before that, right, okay, I would like you guys to get ready yourself with foolscap paper. Okay, please get ready with foolscap paper. Now, if you don't know what is foolscap paper, it's basically the line paper. But then if you don't have it, it's fine. Just use test pad. School test pad also okay. Any papers as long as you're comfortable with. But I will prefer you guys to use line papers because you will be drawing, Penyata later on, and you need to put them according to rows. So those papers with lines will be better lah. But if you don't have, then it's fine. A4, okay, A4 paper. So other than that, also very important, you need to have your calculator. If you don't have calculator, how are you going to calculate later, right? Okay, so second thing, calculator. Please get ready with your calculator. All right. So what else? Yeah. Other than foolscap paper, calculator, I think just get ready with the chat box by the side, which is whatever I said just now. Access to the more button, you should see a chat there for you to press. So you put the chat box by the side of your screen. So by the time when I ask question, or maybe you have confusion, you can also ask me through the chat lah. Okay. Now, this part 3.1 actually is a very simple chapter, but a lot of students are very inconfident about it because they feel like it's so difficult. But actually, Penyata Penyesuaian Bank is so easy. You just need to remember how many factors are there and which format to follow is fully according to the question. Decide yourself one. And moreover, there's no point to memorize which one it will come out. So there is 3 total type of question that might come out for Penyata Penyesuaian Bank. That is what you see here under the table. Okay, so this one. Now, Penyata Penyesuaian Bank is to do what actually? If you don't understand, let's have a theory here. Now, this Penyata Penyesuaian Bank is talking about buku tunai, is talking about buku tunai dengan Penyata Bank. This topic is fully focused on what? Now, buku tunai here is the one that we prepared ourselves, but we will only focus on the bank column. All right. So for this chapter, it's all about bank, which is our money in and money out. So for buku tunai, right, our concept is we will have it as a T shape. Okay, normal T shape. So there is debit side, there is also credit side. But where is the positive and negative must go according to classifikasi law. Buku tunai as a bank is considered as asset semasa. Therefore, the positive side is on debit, negative side is on credit. Okay, so this is our normal buku tunai. While for Penyata Bank, this is not prepared by us. That's why you have it coming out, but except for this chapter here. So Penyata Bank is prepared by who ya? This Penyata Bank is disediakan oleh pihak bank. Disediakan oleh pihak bank. Disediakan oleh pihak bank. So earlier on, I was talking about this buku tunai. So if Penyata Bank is disediakan oleh pihak bank, that means buku tunai is disediakan oleh kami. So we are the person who prepared the buku tunai inside our business. All right. So buku tunai self-prepared. Penyata Bank is prepared by the pihak bank, which is example Maybank, Hong Leong Bank, CIMB Bank, UOB Bank, whatever. Okay. So Penyata Bank is prepared by third party, while we are actually doing a checking between our buku tunai dengan Penyata Bank. So one thing is that Penyata Bank actually works differently compared to our buku tunai. Okay, they work differently. So still the T shape, they also have debit, they also have credit side. Okay, they have debit, they also have credit side. So the debit and the credit side, right, this time is different already. Their Penyata Bank, right, positive is on the credit, negative is on the debit. Now, if you don't believe it, right, if you think about real life, someone on their mic. You want to speak? Okay, hold on. I think I need to just press the function wait. In case you guys accidentally on your mic, right? You guys be shy later. Sorry. I accidentally pressed on your ask to unmute. Hold on, yeah? Right, so let me continue. Now, if you think about real life, right, what is debit card and what is credit card? Now, when we talk about credit, right, credit is actually something value with RM something, because like even your phone, right, let's say you are not under postpaid, yours are prepaid card, SIM card. So every time you will tell your mom, oh yeah, mommy, my credit card, my credit is finished already. So the credit means the value inside your phone, the amount of money you can use. While debit card is actually fully using your own money, and whenever I debit, it's actually gonna go out. So for real life term, okay, I mean outside world, okay, Penyata Bank is actually the normal way of working. The credit side is positive when money is getting increased, while debit side is when money decrease. So we have positive and negative side this way. But how come in buku tunai, our concept is positive on debit, negative on credit? Because to us, this is an asset. So we follow the assets classification to identify the in and out of our cash flow. So therefore, you will see that actually, buku tunai and Penyata Bank have a form of catatan bergu. Now, if I put this over here, I move it a while, later I'll move it back. I will move it down here. What you will see is the positive side of my buku tunai against Penyata Bank is catatan bergu one debit, one credit. But the negative side also opposite side. You see? So actually, buku tunai and Penyata Bank, later on, the way we're gonna check is gonna be opposite. So the debit side will check with the credit side will check with the debit. So just check what, okay? Check, because right now, the baki of our buku tunai and the Penyata Bank is different. So isn't it weird, because I only have one bank account, and whatever that I record under buku tunai is also my bank's account's balance. But if the balance in the end is different, then something must be wrong. So I cannot assume to say that, okay, my buku tunai is surely wrong. Probably Penyata Bank is correct. Now I cannot say that. I have to depend on the soalan. If the soalan says that Penyata Bank is correct, then I will follow Penyata Bank. But if the question wants to change it to buku tunai being the correct one, then I will do whatever according to buku tunai's number. So here you guys can see right above the table here, there is the first type of question that is dengan kemas kini buku tunai. So your steps is gonna be A, to prepare a new buku tunai. Okay, to prepare another buku tunai that is written along with the word dikemas kini by the side. So means they gave you a buku tunai, but you have to re-prepare another one. So that is the one with the kemas kini. Kemas kini means adjusted, yeah. All right. So this is the first step of your part question 1. So A, buku tunai di kemas kini, and for B, you are gonna prepare Penyata Penyesuaian bank. So PPB. Penyata Penyesuaian bank is a statement that helps you to do the adjustment on your baki, because there are certain limitations. Buku tunai cannot fit in every single thing. So therefore, we will split the factors into two parts. Okay, so later on, I'll tell you guys about the factor. But for now, this is the first format. Dengan mengemas kini buku tunai. But you guys see, just like I said, it's either your buku tunai is correct or your Penyata Bank is correct, mah. If judging by the word dengan mengemas kini buku tunai, mengemas kini means adjust. With adjusting buku tunai, do you think buku tunai is correct? Now, if I want to adjust buku tunai, obviously buku tunai is the one that's wrong. That's why I gotta adjust it. So the first one, if they ask you for kemas kini buku tunai, your format is gonna be this way. Buku tunai's number has to be changed according to whatever you see in Penyata Bank, because Penyata Bank's number is correct. So let's say the number appear lah, both buku tunai dengan Penyata Bank, but it's on the same date. Okay, let's say it's on the 4th. Okay, on the 4th, it's called jualan. it's called belian, but then the number is 1,500 in my buku tunai and 1,050 in my Penyata bank. You see what's the problem here? The problem is with the number that we have accidentally recorded wrongly. But if according to our first format, dengan mengemas kini buku tunai, would I follow 2005 or would I follow 2050? The answer is I will follow Penyata bank. So the answer is supposed to be changed into 1,050 law. So this is how it works in our part 3.1. You have to figure out which format they're asking you to use. But if let's say okay, they ask for dengan mengemas kini buku tunai is the most obvious one already. Okay, so you should use buku tunai as the wrong version to be changed into Penyata bank's number. All right, so this first format, yeah. Now the second format and the third format is the same name. They will just say tanpa mengemas kini buku tunai. The other one also tanpa mengemas kini buku tunai. So means what? Okay, if no need to mengemas kini buku tunai, then it's gonna be just Penyata Penyesuaian bank. So your steps are very simple. You just have to do one thing, that is Penyata Penyesuaian bank. That is Penyata Penyesuaian bank. Sorry, why I write the B there? Sorry, yeah. Okay, just one PPB. Now someone's asking me if kemas kini PPB. No, dear, PPB is something that we do extra. I think you are trying to ask Penyata bank, right? Okay. Now they will never ask you to kemas kini Penyata bank. No, there's no such thing dengan kemas kini Penyata bank. There's only dengan kemas kini buku tunai sahaja. Okay, so you don't need to think about, what if they change it to Penyata bank? No, they won't. Okay, so this one, the first one will only be dengan kemas kini buku tunai sahaja. Alright, so don't have to be worried. Now, for the second one and the third one, they are similar name. But how to differentiate which format should I use? Actually, I have to say, you don't have much of a choice because it's only between BT and PB, right? If it's not PB that's correct, then it's surely going to be this way already, lor. PB to BT. BT is the correct one. You only have two formats actually. So depend on whether they want you to do more steps or just one step, Penyata Penyesuaian bank itself. So you see here, we actually put a bracket there to guide you. Okay, we actually put the bracket there to guide you. How do you know whether if it's tanpa kemas kini buku tunai and start from buku tunai or start from Penyata bank? You see here, bermula dengan baki buku tunai. So they didn't give you a lot of choices. They just gave you buku tunai baki to begin with. So if begin from buku tunai, means our format will go this way. BT to PB. PB is the correct version. Okay, so what about the third one? The third one is bermula dengan baki Penyata bank. So because they say it starts from Penyata bank, so my arrow will go this way. PB towards BT. Who is correct? Buku tunai is the one that's correct. Okay, so actually a lot of students always feedback to me that they feel like I think the bank should be correct, ma. My buku tunai is the ones that's wrong. But we can't really control the question again. You don't need to memorize or maybe just assume that Penyata bank must always be correct. No, we have to judge based on question. If the question really wants you to start from Penyata bank, that means Penyata bank is the one that we think is wrong. So we will change the Penyata bank's number to go according to buku tunai. So our format just got two types. Either you start from buku tunai, whoever that starts first means they are the wrong version. So we don't follow their number. We will follow the other version that is either to be Penyata bank's correct or buku tunai that is correct. So total 3 format and that's it. Okay, yeah? So format wise, finished saying already. Now moving on, we're going to talk about the factor. What is it that causes our buku tunai or Penyata bank to be wrongly written and different in our baki leh? All right, so let's go ahead to the next page. Okay, let's go to the next page. Okay, this is page 2, yeah. Now in page 2, we see here it's written, Penyata Penyesuaian bank merupakan satu penyata yang dibuat pada akhir bulan untuk menyesuaikan baki akhir penyata bank dengan baki akhir buku tunai ruangan bank. So this one here, right, I just want to highlight the word menyesuaikan baki penyata bank dengan baki buku tunai. So even though I should have highlighted the whole thing, but then I feel like not a point. If I highlight the whole thing, then you guys can just read through lah. But the key is we are changing the baki to make sure that they are alike. Because Penyata Bank is my bank account statement. Buku Tunai is also a form of statement that I self-prepared. So takkan these two baki different, right? So I must make sure they are the same. That's why we created Penyata Penyesuaian Bank so we can do the adjustment to make sure the baki goes back to the original. Okay, right. So let's begin with the factor. Now, factor total have 5 types. Okay, total have 5 types. Now, for the factors, right, I actually have short forms or symbols for them, which can apply if they give you questions in T format, which means the ones that you can cut off the similar things and stuff like that, you can use symbol. But if let's say they give you in sentence form, then we will have another way to solve it lah. So later on, we will see different forms of questions. Okay, now let's begin from the first factor. Now, the first factor is called ketinggalan. I will put my symbol down. The symbol is a box. So this box, right, is not that I will put by the side of the number. If let's say the number is 1005 and I found it out as a ketinggalan, what I will do is I will box the whole number. So this is how it looks like. But of course, if you want to do sentence form, you want to put by the side of the point, then yeah, you can just put a small box by the side lah. So this is our symbol for ketinggalan. All right, so what does it mean by ketinggalan? I think you guys should understand, right? Ketinggalan means left out. So whatever that I forgot to record, that is the one that causes my baki to be not balanced. So of course, yeah, I say Penyata Bank is prepared by computers. Now, of course, there are someone behind the computer, but it's more accurate compared to whatever we record. Because the moment we swipe our credit card, then this record will be in my bank statement already. So for the ketinggalan point, it's always human error. So this is what I always say. Ketinggalan is caused by human error. Human error. So between Buku Tunai and Penyata Bank, which is more likely to happen human error? Now I say, if your Penyata Bank constantly happens human error, then got problem already. That is not bank anymore. Someone else is doing the Penyata for you. So no, Penyata Bank is done by pihak bank using machines, while Buku Tunai is handwritten by ourselves. So human error applies to who? Apply to Buku Tunai. So ketinggalan ya, I want to ask you guys, okay? If I say I forgot to record, what is the number that you should see in Buku Tunai? Maybe you guys will be thinking, huh? Number? Got number meh? No, that's exactly the point. Because there is no number, if I want to compare, I need to squeeze out a number, right? So that number would be a 0. Okay, because I did not record at all, it means that it is 0 inside my Buku Tunai, so that you can do a comparison. If you just put dash, actually very hard to compare. So we will just put a number there that is 0. So I will put out 2 versions of format for you guys to see. If let's say the question asks for the first formula, first format, yeah, okay, first format or the second format. Now, why I say first or second? Because they are actually the okay, no matter the first format or the second format, we will assume that Buku Tunai is the wrong version, while Penyata Bank is the correct version. Okay, we will assume that Buku Tunai is the wrong version, or Penyata Bank is the correct version. So now we compare, all right? Buku Tunai is 0. Buku Tunai is 0. Now, why Buku Tunai is 0, guys? Say again. Because it's a ketinggalan caused by human error. If you forgot to record, why would there be any numbers inside? So in order to balance, in order to compare, we will put a number there, which is 0. But what about the Penyata Bank? Okay, so I just give any random numbers, okay? Since I did something and I forgot to record, right? Let's say I have spent a 300 ringgit. So inside your Penyata Bank, while you want to compare, right, you need to see which direction it's sitting on. So if let's say it's on the negative side of our Penyata Bank, as you compare, you will also put on the negative symbol, guys. Okay, so be aware. If it comes out from the negative side of your Penyata Bank, you have to write alongside with the symbol. If you don't put that, imagine you compare, right? If I didn't put, okay, I put just 300. How do I make 0 to become 300? Can anyone tell me? How can I make 0 to become 300? This is a very simple maths question, guys. Okay, I will plus 300 lah. Okay, but what if I put it as negative 300? What would you do? Just now plus. Now it's supposed to be minus 300. So is there a difference? Yes, of course there's a difference. If let's say you put your number correctly, but the symbol is wrong, as you compare, you still get the wrong number. So please make sure that you have to take note on which direction it comes out from. If it's from the positive side, you put positive lah. If it's negative, you just put negative. So in this case, from 0 to become negative 300, we just need to do the same thing to minus 300 as well. So this is for the first and the second format, which is buku tunai is wrong, Penyata Bank is correct. Now, meanwhile, we do the third format. Now, the third format is going to be terbalik already. Third format is saying that Penyata Bank is wrong, buku tunai is correct. So then now, at this point, maybe some of you have this question in mind. But ketinggalan not human error, meh? Why Penyata Bank can be wrong one? Now, the thing is, third format is actually us assuming that Penyata Bank is wrong rather than our buku tunai is wrong. So this is all exam questions. Now, of course, in real life, we would doubt ourselves more than the bank. Okay, so in this case, I say no choice. If the question really asks for the third format, then just follow to do. But same thing, because ketinggalan is caused by human, which I constantly will forget something. So the 0 still belongs to who, yeah? The 0 still belongs to our buku tunai, just that I swap the place, okay? So buku tunai is still 0, while our Penyata Bank is still a negative 300. So you see, this time around, how should I apply? How should I change the number from negative 300 to 0? Okay, from negative 300 to 0. Yes, I want to make it back to 0. Of course, I cannot minus anymore. This time I should plus 300 ringgit. That is correct. So you guys see, yeah, if you apply the wrong format, now you still get a number, but is it going to be the correct one? No, because everything's supposed to be plus, you're going to do minus. Everything's supposed to be minus, you're going to go and do plus. So make sure that choosing the correct format is your priority. Okay, this is the first priority, and then only you start to compare your numbers according to the format that you have chosen. So it won't be suddenly, the first factor use this format. Okay, the first factor use this format, and then the second factor I use PB to BT. Okay, not okay, one question, only one format. So you have to keep following from the first factor until the last factor. Okay, so this is our first one. It's called ketinggalan, which I terlupa record. So I will put down the keywords because if it comes out in sentence form, you guys gotta look from the sentence itself for the word terlupa record, or they will write belum direkod. So for ketinggalan, the chances of having PB to be negative or positive is equal chances one. So we just need to, based on question, then only we insert the number under PB lah to do the comparison. Okay, so first one factor is done. It's called ketinggalan. Now the second factor is called kesilapan. Now actually, right, I want to say, don't you feel that this is so familiar? Familiar with what? Your Form 4 Bab 9. Okay, your Form 4 Bab 9. So Form 4 Bab 9 is actually pembetulan kesilapan, where hold on, yeah, guys. Hold on. Form 4 pembetulan kesilapan is actually to do kesilapan tidak ketara, kesilapan ketara. So kesilapan tidak ketara, we actually have kesilapan ketinggalan. Don't you remember? Okay, so this is a part of it, but is it the same thing? No, it's not, but it's something you have learned before. So what am I trying to say is that this first, second, and the third one is something you have seen before, which is the reason why if let's say we want to apply into the format of kemas kini buku tunai, first, second, and the third one will actually be meant for your buku tunai. Will actually be meant for you to put into buku tunai. Now, if you suddenly feel lost, buku tunai, I say, come, let's look back to here. Now, which one will use buku tunai? Now, among the three formats, the one that will have you to prepare buku tunai again is dengan mengemas kini buku tunai. So isn't it I have to re-prepare a buku tunai out? So what are the factors that I can put into buku tunai? It's gonna be the first three, which is ketinggalan, kesilapan, dengan cek talian, which is the three factors that we have seen before. Okay, not something strange to us already. So it can be put into buku tunai. So what about the rest of the factor? The rest of the factor will go to Penyata Penyesuaian bank. So for the second and the third format, okay, do I need to split like that? No need, because for second and third one, you only have one statement to do the correction, to do the pembetulan. So you only need to fit in all factors into Penyata Penyesuaian bank, and that's it. Okay, just put them all into Penyata Penyesuaian bank. That's why now the one that I'm splitting, yeah, I wrote here BT is for the first format, kemas kini buku tunai sahaja, while the rest, okay, 4 and 5 will go into Penyata Penyesuaian bank. Okay, all right, so let's continue. Yeah, while I was talking about halfway at ketinggalan, now let's go to kesilapan. Kesilapan means error. So, but this error this time is about the amount. Okay, so what's wrong with the amount? Yeah, now probably I say it's quite common, right? Sometimes when I say a 1,000, some people will write 100. So kesilapan amount is everywhere and always happening. So if let's say you realize your buku tunai and Penyata bank have a number that is very, very similar, which is example I say 1,000 and 100. Okay, quite similar. It's on the same date with the same check number. Okay, same date, same check number. So which one should you follow? Now let's see. If it's the first or the second format, then it's gonna be this way. Penyata bank is correct. So how am I supposed to change it? Now from 1,000 to 100. But this time, I'm gonna make it difficult a little. If it's negative. Now guys, how should I change it from negative 1,000 to negative 100? What should I do to change it? How can I change from negative 1,000 to negative 100? Can anybody give me the answer? Anyone wants to try? You can use your calculator and try as well. So negative 1,000 to negative 100. By the way, isn't it supposed to be 900 difference? Okay, it's a 900 ringgit of difference. So instead of minus, no, we will be doing plus. Yes, correct. Because currently what I want to do is to make the negative lesser. Okay, if I continue to minus, isn't it gonna get less? It can get more in negative form. So instead, we will do plus for it. So this is for the first and the second format. Now, if I apply the third format, which is Penyata bank to buku tunai is correct. Now, don't change. PB is still negative 100. Okay, PB is still negative 100, while buku tunai is negative 1,000. Okay, so put that negative 100 under PB, negative 1,000 under BT. So we compare. This time, okay, for this time, negative 100 to become negative 1,000. Isn't it a number I already found for you guys? Okay, it's 900 already, but can I still plus? Now, if you plus, it will become 800, guys. If you don't believe, you try lah. You take negative 100 plus 900. You see what you get? So you don't get negative 1,000. Instead, this time, we should be doing minus 900. So always do a checking. Yeah. If you are not sure whether your answer is correct or not, you just use your calculator. Negative 1,000 plus 900. Do you get this negative 100? If can, no problem already. Okay, so you can check lah. Always do your calculator double checking. All right, so second one is kesilapan. So what is the symbol for kesilapan? Yeah, kesilapan, right? I actually put it as a star. Okay, kesilapan, I put it as a star. So now for the third one, cek tak layan. Cek tak layan, I put it as a triangle. Okay, looking like this. So cek tak layan happens when what? Okay, now guys, I want to ask you guys, yeah, tak layan means we tak layan or pihak bank tak layan? Okay, is it us that tak layan or is it pihak bank that decides tak layan? Okay, now of course it's the pihak bank. Who are we to decide that it's tak layan, right? So when I receive the check, I'm the person who feeling, wow, I'm so happy I got my money. But turns out, go to bank tell you, this check tak layan lah, so rejected. So check tak layan happens when the check is invalid. Maybe the person who gave you the check doesn't have any balance in their bank account anymore, but they still write the check for you. So how should we settle for check tak layan? Yeah. Okay, so you guys write BT to PB. We are applying, let's say, the first or the second format. Okay, if let's say it's the first or the second one, buku tunai should be with number, while Penyata Bank is 0. Now, if you're suddenly shocked, like, why Penyata Bank is 0? You think about your answer just now. When I was asking, who is the person who tak layan your check? You guys answered, bank. Now, since they tak layan, why would it still be inside your Penyata Bank, right? It should be seen as nothing. Okay, so nothing, number is 0. Okay, so we gotta compare, that's why I have to put a number there. So PB is 0. While inside our buku tunai, it will never change one. Okay, inside our buku tunai, it will always be a positive figure because check tak layan only happens when we are the receiver of the check. Only when you receive the check and you bank in, that you will find out is a check tak layan. So BT here must be positive figure. I just put any random number lah. Okay, 570. Okay, so how should you change this 570 to 0, guys? 570 to 0. So how, guys? 570 to 0. I was waiting for you guys. All right, so 570 to 0, you have to minus 570. So yes, this is for the first and the second format. Good job. Okay, so if I change it, now this time, I change it to the third format. Again, it doesn't quite make sense, but do we have a choice? Now, we don't have a choice. If the question tell you that PB is wrong, okay, then we follow. PB is wrong. Okay, PB is wrong. So like this, PB to BT. Now, PB is wrong, but still the number is going to be 0 because I don't see anything inside since bank rejected it. But now in this third format, we are actually very childish. I mean, I'm not childish. I just said I don't want to follow the bank. Okay, I say I'm the one that's correct. I want to follow my buku tunai. Now, under that kind of situation, okay lah, fine. You follow your buku tunai lah. So how? From 0 to become 570, isn't it just plus 570? So for the third format, every student also feel like it doesn't make sense one because usually check tak layan only can be sent by bank. So if bank told you it's a check tak layan already, why would you still be holding on to it, say, I got this money? So say for the third format, doesn't make sense, but you have no choice but to follow if let's say they ask for Penyata Bank to be the wrong one. So we just do like usual. So you don't need to think why, just make sure you follow the concept. PB is still going to be 0, then can already. So you guys write down, check tak layan is, just highlight, tidak diterima oleh bank. Tidak diterima oleh bank. Therefore, PB must be 0. Okay, so for the first until the third, for the third factor, anybody have question to ask? Is it all okay? Now, if you guys have no questions, then I will continue with 4 and 5. It's okay, All right, so number 4. Check belum dikemukakan. I think this is the problem, okay? Because for bab 3.1, the first struggle for you guys is to know what format to use. Second struggle is between check belum dikemukakan and deposit belum dikreditkan. It's so difficult for you guys to identify. So here, I'm telling you, I don't have a symbol, but I will write them in short form using their initials only. That is CBD for number 4. Number 5 is DBD. So CBD, DBD. Now, check belum dikemukakan and deposit belum dikredit, right? They will never be on the same side because check belum dikemukakan is talking about check yang dikeluarkan. Means we are actually paying. So if I change it to bayar check, isn't it easier to recognize? So check dikeluarkan also equivalent to us bayar check. So I am paying the check. Therefore, of course, my money is going out. But if let's say it says belum dikemukakan ya. Okay, what does it mean? It means that the bank, okay, belum dikemukakan means the person who received the check hasn't brought it to the bank and bank in. Okay, so like example, yeah. Okay, this is me. This is my supplier, okay, supplier A lah. So I hand the check to him, and he was supposed to bank in within the few days. So let's say it's during April 29th that I handed the check to him. But he was so busy that he couldn't manage to bank in on April 30. He didn't bank in on 29, didn't bank in on 30. He only went on May 1st. Now you see, this is what happened, yeah. If the person who received the check did not kemukakan check untuk bank to do the bayaran, will bank actually issue the money out from my bank? Now, of course not, because the check is not even banked in yet. They don't get the call to, hey, please help me transfer the money. It doesn't, because they don't receive the check. Therefore, even if it wants to appear, if he banked in on the 1st of May, okay, will he really get on 1st May? Now, of course not. Bank will take time to process. So by the time when it's done processing, it's going to take about 2 days. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd, this is the day where he will receive the money. At the same time, this is the day where my bank statement will show this amount getting reflected, means it got out to this person. So check belum dikemukakan is caused by many factors. It's either now it falls on public holiday where the bank doesn't work. Okay, so the check is not processed. Otherwise, it's also caused by the person who received the check because they didn't bank in on time before the end of the month. So that's why it causes our Penyata bank to show nothing. Okay, to show nothing. So you can write down lah, belum diproses oleh bank also is possible. Belum proses oleh bank. If you want to know exact meaning, exact reason why belum diproseskan oleh bank is either end of the month, or public holiday. Now, it may be a working day, but then for, let's say the last Thursday, okay, which is the previous week, okay, Thursday, it was a public holiday, right? So nobody works. Therefore, bank also not working. If you bank in during that day, it won't get processed. It will take up 2 days to process, which, let me see. Thursday is what day? Thursday was 29. Okay, Thursday was 29. So if let's say 29 is the public holiday, they don't work. You bank in, yeah, you can bank in. But when will they start processing? On the 30th, and your money will actually be issued out by the time that is on the 1st of May, which is the reason why my Penyata bank doesn't show the figure. So y'all just remember lah, because check belum dikemukakan is belum diproses oleh bank. That's why no matter which format you use, okay, no matter which format you use, Penyata bank will always be 0. So the third format also the same. Penyata bank will always be 0. But why did I mention about the bayar check? Is because I want to tell you guys, for your buku tunai, it should be seen as a negative figure. Because I was the person who issued the check. Of course, I am expecting the money to get out from my bank account. That's why in buku tunai, you will see it on the negative side. So let's say 700. So how to change guys, for the first and the second format? From negative 700 to 0. From negative 700 to 0. What should we do? Now, definitely when you do with 0, the number will not change, okay? It will still be 700. But what should I do? To plus or to minus? From a negative 700 to become 0, I just need to plus 700. So then you can try on your calculator, negative 700 plus 700. What would you get? You will get this answer that you wanted, which is gone back to 0. But now, if I decided to do that, my Penyata bank is wrong. The bank is wrong one lah. My buku tunai is correct lah. Okay, then we follow buku tunai. From 0 to become negative 700, do you even need to change anything? No need, just minus 700 will do. Okay, so that's it. This is for cek belum dikemukakan. Is whenever we bayar cek but it's belum diproses oleh bank or belum dikemukakan oleh bank. Now see, you need to look for the keyword, yeah. If you want to assume that it's a cek belum dikemukakan, you must see the word belum dikemukakan. They will be exact one. They will just write belum dikemukakan out for you if it's a sentence form question. But if let's say it's not a sentence form question, how are you supposed to find out that is a cek belum dikemukakan? Give you this, look from the side of nombor cek. Now, where should you look from? Definitely not your Penyata bank. You know why? Look at the number. Isn't it I wrote 0 here? Can you even find anything from your Penyata bank? Now, of course, you can't. So you can only find from your buku tunai. But to make you remember is from the negative side, you just check from the side where it's with the nombor cek column inside your buku tunai. There's one thing that I'll tell you, because the other side, debit, will not be seen with a nombor cek column one. So it's very special for our question here in bab 3.1. Buku tunai will always come with a nombor cek column, but it's on the credit side, which is the negative. Okay, now the last point, deposit belum dikreditkan. This is DBD. So DBD is about us receiving check, menerima check. Menerima check. So now, of course, this is also the same issue lah. Maybe the person who gave me the check gave me too late, also on a Thursday. So when I want to bank in, okay, I bank in on 29, but bank doesn't work on 29. It's a public holiday. So on 30th, they receive the check. They will only process on the 1st and make me receive on the 2nd. So isn't it like same as cek belum dikemukakan? But only what's the difference? The difference is for CBD is when I am the person who bayar. While 5, DBD is when I'm the person who received the check. So this is the difference. Now, will they ever be on the same side? No, never be on the same side. So you see, for the first and the second format, BT to PB. PB is correct. Now, again, bank hasn't processed it for you, so it's still going to be 0 inside my Penyata bank. While my buku tunai is going to be positive because I received the check, of course, I will record it under the positive area. So let's say it's a 230. How am I supposed to change it, yeah? Now, from 230 to become 0. The number wouldn't change. The number will still be 230. But what should I do? Now, cannot plus already. You plus again, it's going to get even more. So this time round, we should minus. So you see, if I apply the same format, which is the first and the second one, when I do CBD, it will be plus. When I do DBD, it will be minus. Therefore, they never be on the same side. Okay, one must be plus, another must be minus. So this is something for you to check lah. If let's say you found your CBD to be plus and your DBD also plus, means something is wrong. You have to redo it again. What did you do wrong? Maybe you forgot to put your symbol on. That's why it's wrong. Okay, all right. So now for the third format, PB to BT. PB to BT. Now, PB to BT, PB is also going to be 0 because belum diproseskan oleh bank. But this time, I believe that my buku tunai is correct. So what that the bank haven't processed yet, I received it already, so I will put positive 230 here. Now, in order to follow to buku tunai, we will just also plus 230. Okay, so this is the way to solve your Penyata Penyesuaian bank. Now, in case if it comes out in sentence form, you have to write out all the formats up. But I will be teaching you guys how to solve if let's say we have a cut-off question. So cut-off question means they will prepare a buku tunai for you and as well as a Penyata bank for you. So you can just cut off the similar items, remain those that are wrong. So then we can do the correction for them. But did you guys realize one thing? Now, when I minimize my, my page for a while, so to let you guys see the whole picture of your first factor until the fifth factor, did you realize that first one got 0, third one also deal with 0, 4 and 5 also deal with 0, So what am I trying to say here, yeah, is that for your 5 factors, 4 of them do not require you to change the number one. Okay, it doesn't require you to change the number. It only requires you to change the symbol. You see, 300, 300. Okay, 570, 570. 700, 700. And last one, 230, 230. You see, so that's why for our Penyata Penyesuaian bank, right, you actually only need to do calculation, which is using calculator for who? For the second factor that is called kesilapan, because the thing is wrong on the amount. There are some difference there which you need to find out. Okay, so other than that, all you deal with 0. Okay, so someone's asking me, for the DBD, the buku tunai value must be positive. Yes, correct, because we are menerima check. If you receive check, would you record it as negative? You wouldn't. You will record it as a positive figure. So that's why your buku tunai must always be positive. And yes, that is right. While for check belum dikemukakan, your buku tunai number must always be negative. So there is a must already. Okay, it's fixed. But while you compare, of course, based on which format you use, then you change according to it.